This is the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Hello, friends. John Solberg here. I'm your host for the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Happy to tell you this show is brought to you by Green Mountain Grills. And for more than 17 years, Green Mountain Grills has brought the smoke to the competition scene in backyards all over the world. And you know what? Right now they got a newly redesigned 2025 Prime 2.0 grills. And they blend the proven technology of the past with the technology of the future. Green Mountain Grills is the original innovator of all things Wi-Fi. And they continue to give their users granular options to control their grills in any environment from anywhere. Green Mountain Grills also leads the pack in accessories. They got pizza ovens, they got side burners you can add on, they got a lot of rack systems, they got stuff. Head on over to greenmountaingrills.com. Make sure you check out all those goodies and the brand new 2.0 Green Mountain Grills. And we're just going to let Greg take care of these introductions.
My next guest tonight was put on my radar by my pal Scott Moody over at the Variable PR firm. He said, hey, have you ever read this website? It's full of barbecue and grilling news. He shot me the URL. I've been hooked ever since. There are reviews, there are reportings, there's breaking news. If you're like me, someone who loves the deets, then the Cookout News is the site for you. So let's go ahead and race to the hotline and welcome the creator of cookoutnews.com and first-timer to this show, Wes Wright, joining me. Hey, Wes.
Hey, Greg. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you making time for me this evening. Before we get into Cookout News, the website, what we can expect to read as we visit there, and I think a lot of us will become a regular destination across the internet nation for us. Let's get a bit of background on you before we talk about that. Where are you at in the country? What do you do professionally? And then we can build from there.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm up here in Metro Detroit. My background is I worked as a mechanical engineer a long time ago, switched over to finance, and now I work in mergers and acquisitions for a media company.
So are you dealing with the likes of Jay-Z and Beyonce, media like this?
No, it's business to business media. So like things like plastics is so much less entertaining.
Well, I mean, I don't know who doesn't love a good polypropylethylene or polypropylstyrene or something like that. That's very intriguing, very exciting. So do you have a long history in live fire? Is it something you grew up around?
Yeah, well, I grew up with the traditional Weber kettle charcoal grill. I grew up in the 80s though, so I used it with heavy amounts of starting fluid and things like that to get it going. But then I graduated and got really into it about 3 to 4 years ago. I was living in Miami for a little while, then I moved to Atlanta, then I moved back here where I was in a house as opposed to an apartment. And that's, when I could actually have a grill again. So that's when I got back into it.
Wes, as I do my background on you, I run across the press release that talks about the launch of the website May 5th of this year. How long had you thought about doing something like this, and what finally made you pull the trigger?
Yeah, so my website launched March 1st. I'd thought about it for a while, though. If you go back a year plus, I played around a little bit with just making like cooking shorts on YouTube and things like that, just another way to interact with my hobby, But, while I was doing it, I thought, if you want to learn more about cooking, watch someone like Malcolm Reed or something like that. I didn't feel quite authentic enough. So I thought about it a little more, especially over Christmas this year. And at my work, actually, I was seeing a lot of industry publications on things like wheelchairs and wheelchair industry news, right? And I couldn't find any industry news on outdoor cooking that was just purely dedicated to it. So I thought, well, maybe I should start something like that. So I spent a few months learning how to create a website and doing all that. And launched March 1st, so around there.
What kind of traffic are you seeing?
I've actually been pretty happy with it. The first couple of months, you're writing and no one's looking at it at all. You just want anyone to read it. I'm at I think last month I had about 15,000 hits. So, not bad for, something that started in March.
Creatively, are you a writer by passion or something that you just like to do creatively? You'd mentioned that you've been an engineer a long time ago, but so obviously you're a smart guy, but writing takes a little bit different side of the brain there. Is that something you just enjoy doing and like the outlet?
Yeah. Well, it's a good creative outlet. I didn't actually know if I would like it or not until I was doing it. And it's kind of a nice distraction or it's different from what I do for a living. So, I find it fun to do and just kind of, put my own spin on things like that.
Is the goal in the end to make cookoutnews.com a full-time job, or are you happy just watching it grow and you don't necessarily have a goal to transition into full-time?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever achieve that, having it full-time. Kind of my goal right now, I'm just having fun with it. It's a good way to interact with my hobby. I have 2 little kids, so it takes a lot of time to barbecue and grill if I want to do it the way I want to do it. So it's a way I can interact with my hobby, just on throughout the day, and then when it gets cold too, and I can't grill quite as much. But I really just want to have fun with it now, see where it goes. I wanted to make it too, so that way, other enthusiasts had just new content that you could consume kind of year round. And as a way to, promote the industry, if you will. Like it's amazing to me how much the industry's transitioned towards tech, but yet there'll be a new grill release and it'll just show up on a website and you're like, oh, okay, I guess they released a new grill. I had no idea, So I think it'd be good to just kind of help promote the industry a little bit and see where it goes.
Are you looking to make any money at this, or are you making any money at this right now?
Would you like to find out if Wes is making any money with this startup? Super happy that Wes was recently inducted into the Barbecue Central Show Guest Hall of Fame. I think it's well deserved. A lot of you know, I championed him for several years. So I'm glad that we finally got that done with my brothers from around the country. So go check this out over at thebarbecuecentralshow.com. Link in today's show notes, take you to the complete episode. And until next time on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less, I'm your host, John Solberg. I look forward to talking to you again soon.